Hello, Ben.
How are you today?
That was good. Because we can do that and then cut to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? At approximately 10 p.m. on the 18th of February, Friday night, by the way, you sent me a legal threat via Facebook Messenger, ordering me to remove a video that I had posted to my YouTube channel, Racing Lines, this channel, under fear of immediate legal action. The legal threat began as follows.
Hi Alex. Please be advised your post was published on the Edge 24/7 Recovery and Salvage Visitors page when you posted it. However, upon review, it was removed for the following reasons.
After you sent me this message, I did think about responding right away, but I thought it would be more helpful for everyone if I put this more complete video together to really address the points that you made and explain to you why I will not be removing my video and why it was unfair for you to ask me to do so.
Point number one. Point number one.
Point number one.
Point number one in Ben Rogan's accusation against Alex. Quote, you were instructed when the footage was taken to submit the content for review before publishing publicly, and you failed to comply.
Failed to comply. You must comply. Now, Ben, there's two problems with this accusation. The first problem, of course, is that you said nothing of the sort. In fact, the first thing I asked you upon your arrival was, do you mind if I film? If I recall correctly, what you said was, I don't give a fuck, as long as you send it to me.
Yeah.
You don't mind me filming, do you?
Thank you, bro.
Grouse.
Don't send it to me.
I'll link you in the video.
It's been a fucking day, see that?
Now, I don't know about you, but when I say to someone, James, that was a sick line you just took, send it to me, that doesn't carry any kind of implications about reviewing or complying with certain regulations or getting approval to publish something. It just means, hey, that was pretty cool, let me see it when you're finished. I'm fairly certain I satisfied this by posting the video to your Facebook page so that you could see it. The second problem with this accusation is that you don't have any right to review anything that I make because we aren't in a relationship. Neither of us have ever been in business with you, so there is no right to review or approve or reject any kind of content that I'm publishing on my own YouTube channel. So you have no authority to make any claims about what I can or can't publish. Now, for the second accusation.
You published information such as job cost without permission, that is Edge 24 recovery and salvage intellectual property.
If you look at the definition for intellectual property, it has nothing to do with job cost, so you should probably fact check that before you make accusations like that. And even if it did, the information that I shared about what the job cost, which I'll say it again, was $2,200 for the total recovery, to me by a friend, in conversation by word of mouth. Neither he nor I signed anything with you about commercial in confidence or confidentiality or non-disclosure agreements. So I have no idea why you would want to hide your job cost. It's not a secret, and I didn't violate any rules by sharing it.
Just on the topic of job cost, the original quote was $1,500 for the removal of Finlay's vehicle. It was quoted on the phone, max $1,500. That was including of the call-out fee and the fee
to recover the vehicle itself. Yep.
So where is this extra $700?
So this fee that you just came up with of $2,200 was not only $700 more than the initial quoted max $1,500, but it's totally out of nowhere. And where it really gets interesting is that the customer who actually paid you for your services didn't receive a receipt, they didn't receive an invoice, they didn't sign anything, they never received anything like that. So just to wonder, why would you want to hide your job cost and provide no paper trail or documentation for the customer who actually paid you? We'll probably cut that bit out.
Yeah, we'll cut that out, definitely.
Okay, point number 3. And now, accusation number 3.
Point number 3. You published images of the GQ Patrol recovery vehicle and operator without permission.
So this is another one that's just flat out incorrect. I actually did ask Carl, the GQ Patrol operator, for permission to film. You remember that, don't you, James?
Yes, I was sitting in the front seat of the car at the time, and yes, when Alex got out his GoPro, the first thing he asked Carl was, "Do you mind if we film you and your car?"
Now, we were in the car, so I didn't want to violate privacy by turning on the camera before getting permission. So I asked the operator. The operator didn't have a problem with it. And yeah, so as a result, he did actually provide permission. Now, the problems with this are very similar to the problems with the first accusation, which is that you don't have any right to determine what I'm allowed to film and what I'm allowed to publish. Last time I checked, a state forest or a national park is all public land. So even if you had expressly told me that I wasn't allowed to film you, it wouldn't matter. Because everyone has the legal right to film whatever they want on public property and publish it without consent from anybody in the video. I didn't make the rules, but that's what the rules are. So not only did I have permission from the operator and the driver of the GQ Patrol recovery vehicle, but I didn't even need it. I just got it anyway because I'm a nice guy. While we were on the topic of publishing things without the permission of the owners of the vehicles, you posted a photo of your customer's car without the license plate blurred that, as of this recording, has currently received over 4,000 views. So, Ben, you are threatening legal action over publishing images without consent. You yourself published images of your customer's car without his consent to over 4,000 views. Don't you think that's a bit hypocritical? Now for the 4th accusation.
The amount of swearing by the cameraman and onlookers is not fit for public consumption of our demographic and impacts on the image of Edge 24/7 recovery and salvage, even though we weren't responsible for the offence.
This is a fun one, Ben, because the video was filmed by me, it was edited by me, and it was published on my YouTube channel. At no stage did it have anything to do with you or have any official connection with you or your company or anything to do with that. So for you to come out and say that the amount of swearing in my video is dishonoring your company, it's just a bit ridiculous. And building on that fact, if you do have such a problem, Ben, then maybe you shouldn't swear so much.
Yeah.
You don't mind me filming, do you?
Thank you, pal.
Graph.
Don't intend it to me.
Fuck you, cunt. Fuck you, fucking cunt.
Oh, hang on. Stop moving.
I counted 5 fucks and 2 cunts in that video. And that was just while I was rolling the camera, so...
You know, you're targeting one demographic, which is hillbillies and their patrols, and you know, maybe his demographic's a bit different. But
I'm sorry that you're such a family-friendly... But here at Racing Lines, we're just built different. Here at... Ben, I don't give a fuck about bad language, but if you do, then maybe you shouldn't be using so much of it.
accusation number 5. Due to the tight access, a couple of small trees sustained damage by the rescue truck and were unavoidable. These images should never have been published.
Should never have been published. Now, in the video I'm about to play, your operations destroy, obliterate no less than a dozen trees.
No fucking kidding, look at those trees, they just knocked them down like toothpicks. Yeah, I know. Fuck you, cunt.
Oh, hang on. Truck's moving.
Oh fuck. Well, he can go back a bit now, and I don't know if it's going to help the angle or not. Feet. Holy shit.
Now, Ben, the only reason I can think of why you would want to cover up video of unavoidable damage is that the damage was actually avoidable and mistakes were just made that was trying to be covered up.
In the Racing Lines YouTube channel, you can see countless mistakes made by everyone in the videos. You know, I made mistakes, especially in that video. Finlay made a mistake. Brandon made a mistake thinking he could turn around a tree, but you know, that's the thing, is we're all human. Why cover them up? You know, what is there to hide?
We're not ashamed of our mistakes, Ben, so I've got no idea why you are.
Sums up the points made by Ben Rogan as to why Alex's video should have been taken down or never published in the first place, and he follows that up by just a couple of words. On the grounds above, I respectfully ask you to remove any and all still and video images from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms this content has been posted on. Failure to comply by 5 p.m. Saturday, 19th of February will result in legal action without further notice to have it removed via court order, and will include a claim for legal costs and damages. Enclosure: if you had submitted the draft video for review prior to publishing publicly, then the issue could have been avoided.
I'd just like to do the math for you here, Ben. That was 19 hours you gave me to respond to your legal threat before you took action, which, even ignoring the fact that this is a ridiculous accusation to make, is a ridiculously short time frame for you to request it in. And then
I reckon that's it.
nothing else, unless... Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. That's enough. Fuck me. Fuck, that's only an hour of footage.